This is FlamingBeanz, and I'm going to do my first Wi Fi battle. And it's a guy I met off TPX chat room. His name was something Blueberry. I'm not very for sure. So I start out myself. What's the name of Tom? And I was thinking this was a physical, a Dragonite, but no. So I go for the Tom, but he goes for a fire punch instead, which was bad for me, but he took that very nicely. But his burn really screwed me over. So I go for a stop rock, and yeah, he goes for another fire punch, and I do survive this fire punch. But guess what kills me? The burn. Yes, of course, the burn kills me, and there goes the self. So I send out my Kangar, and I go for a substitute, and he goes for a fire punch, and I don't think my substitute can handle his fire punch, and as my substitute fades away, and I go into my Metagross. I go into my Gyarados. I'm sorry. And he was guessing for that switch and goes for a T-Wave and does get and paralyzes me. And that's bad. Luckily the paralyze doesn't get me till I kill this Dragonite. So he goes for Dragon Dance. So we're gonna set up now. And I go for a Stone Edge. I knew this wasn't gonna kill it, up to at least red life. Yes. Then it was a crit. Luckily. And he gets leftovers. And goes for an outrage. And I'm like, oh damn. But no, my Gyarados does survive this outrage. And goes for a waterfall. Now, and the life orb damage does bring it down to 1 HP. And he goes on to his Tyranitar. Sends up the same team, and here's where the T-Wave screws me over. I could have gotten damage off him. A little. I don't think it would have killed him. It would have gotten at least him crippled. But he gets leftovers. And wants my Metagross. I'm probably predicting an earthquake, but instead I go for a Meteor Mash. So he goes on Hippowdon, and he's Meteor Mash right in the face. Like he has his mouth open, ready to catch it. How do you like that? Meteor Mash to the face. And it does do decent amount of damage. And it's half of his life, more than half. And then I go for another Meteor Mash. Luckily it hits, and I get the attack raise. I get my attack raise by 20%. I think this is where. No, this is not where I get my attack. I think this is where I get my attack raising. No. I go on to my Snorlax. And he knew I was gonna go for a switch, so he goes for a Ice Beam, thinking I would switch to I'm not sure who is thinking I would switch to. Maybe a ground typer. I don't have no ground type, but I don't know where he was going for that Ice Beam. And I go for an Earthquake, but knowing I would go for the Earthquake, he switches out into a Shuckle. I hate Shuckle. So I go for an earthquake. This is a decent chunk to him. And yeah. And I'm gonna go for another earthquake, I believe. And yeah. I go for another earthquake. Oh no, I come back to my Metagross. And I Meteor Mash. And I'm an idiot. I don't know why. Or no, I don't Meteor Mash. I'm an earthquake and I'm an idiot. Meteor Mash would have done. I think it would have done super effective, but he did knock off my choice band, which makes my moves weaker, and the Meteor Mash does not. The Meteor Mash does not do as much, and he switches out, knowing that the Protect wouldn't help him anymore. And I do go for Meteor Mash, and I get the attack raising on the Meteor Mash. Yes, by one stage, I believe. And goes for Hydro Pump, no special defense on the Metagross, and there he goes down. Poor Metagross. That's a good Pokemon. And I send out my Snorlax. And go for Hydro Pump. I do take the Hydro Pump fairly nicely. I believe I can cut them 3 more. I could have took them 1 more maybe. You know, it would have probably been dead because it's probably faster, but the Earthquake does kill it and takes down his Empoleon. So now I only have one. So now he has his, I believe it's his Shuckle. No, it's his Lucario. And I haven't seen this one, and I'm an idiot. For some reason I thought it was Dark and Steel. And it goes for Focus Punch. I don't know, Aurora Sphere. And it'll take me out. No defense, but he still has good defense. So no EVs. So going up to my. I thought this was a choice band, but no. So everyone goes Pain Split, try to get my health back. But he does have the Dark Pulse, which kills me. And it is super effective. So it goes with my Gengar. It's very night. It's very late at night, so I go with my Haxorus, my physical sleeper. And Haxorus, well, he goes for Nasty Plot, but that didn't really help. I'm sorry, this is really late and I'm tired. It didn't really help, and his Lucario goes down, I believe, yes. And I get hurt by a sandstorm, and then Shuckle. I hate this Shuckle. I use Dragon Dance to raise my attack because I know I'm faster than 10-turn Shuckle. And he does Toxic, of course. Which I hate Toxic because it gets worse and worse each turn. And he's probably he goes for a Protect just to Toxic stall me, but he doesn't get that lucky. So I go for an Earthquake, and then not dead yet. He does knock off. I lose my leftovers, which would have helped with the Toxic. I'm hurt by the Sandstorm and by the Toxic. He does Protect. I do Earthquake, just toxic still on me, waiting till I die. It's not looking good, and I don't know why. I just randomly grabbed this Haxorus. Pretty good thought, and I go for an Earthquake. Does kill the Shuckle, and I lose, and he loses the Shuckle, and there's the Toxic with 16 life or HP. And I was thinking, what should I do? He has a Tyranitar, almost full HP, and I forgot he was Rock, so I go for an Earthquake. And I'm surprised I see super effective. I'm like, ground super effective, but I'm like, wait, that ground is Rock. So when that is gained, there's Tyranitar, and my Haxorus had to go for the sweep. And yeah, so this was my first video, and I hope you guys liked it. Please subscribe and like.